Wow, it's been an interesting past few days, apparently, for the My Hero Academia community. I literally just found out this morning about some drama that has been brewing, and it's just, once again, it's individuals causing problems within the community and just making everybody look like fools. It's really what's going on. And what led from an overhaul drama situation led to two other separate issues that kind of threw me for a loop. And I'm just like, wow. Like, there's just some really petty people that obviously look at things and they just don't take a moment to analyze it, realize what's really going on. They instantly want to be offended, etc. That's basically what has happened these past few days. And I kind of want to talk about it. If you follow me on Twitter, then you saw what I posted about Overhaul. But on the off chance you haven't, don't worry, I'll cover it here. Obviously, this is going to contain spoilers. So if you are not up to date with the anime, or you're not a manga reader, I really do not recommend you to continue on with this video, because there will be spoilers for anime. Like, if you haven't caught up, like if, you're not up to date with the latest episode came out like a couple days ago. And I will probably get into some spoilers for anime onlys to kind of express certain points to kind of counter what some of these individuals are saying. But for now, though, let's get right into it. So, people are calling Overhaul transphobic. Now, the reason for this is because if you watch the latest episode, you got it to where Overhaul killed a pretty important character, part of the League of Villains. He killed Magne, which was a trans character that was identified as a female. She was literally called Big Sis Magne. That was like her entire character. And you even have the League of Villains like Toga, Twice, and all of them that actively go around and defend, what she goes by. And so it is very obvious what Magne is supposed to represent. However, the reason why people are calling Overhaul transphobic is obvious. He killed Magne, and people are instantly going to say, wait, so he does like trans people because he killed Magne, but that's not really the case. Let's really look at the situation that happened within the story, okay? Let's analyze it for a second. At the end of the day, Overhaul, even though he's a villain, he was defending himself. He was straight up attacked by an individual, Magne, that is no freaking joke. Magne has quite the track record, and I'm going to go over what Magne has under her belt and why it was good for Overhaul to react the way he did, okay? Before I get into anything, give some context here. Magne, which was revealed in the last season, committed 9 armed robberies, 3 murders, and 29 attempted murders, okay? That's what is at least on record for the character. So, obviously, someone like Overhaul, he has no time to play around with someone like this. And he obviously knows a little bit about the League of Villains because he knows about their name, who led them, All for One, etc. Overhaul isn't dumb by any means. And obviously, with some of the public information that's out there, he's probably able to piece together who, Shigaraki has under his command. So, if you know about an individual that has this type of ability and has this type of track record, you're not going to mess around. So, obviously, defensively, Overhaul's going to defend himself and get rid of Magne instantly. So, it wasn't because Magne was a trans as to why he attacked her. That is not the case at all. Would you let someone kill you? No. So, that's the point here. That automatically destroys everything to anyone that has an argument about this. Now, the next point to get into, which gets into spoilers for anime onlys, and the spoilers, it has something to do with Overhaul's quirk, okay? I'm just going to be straight up with you. And if you don't want to get spoiled for Overhaul's quirk, I just don't want to spoil you if you want to remain anime only for at least his quirk. You don't want to be spoiled in that. So, getting right into it, in Volume 17, I have my copy right here, okay? So, this is legitimate. I have Volume 17 of My Hero Academia right here for you guys can see. In Volume 17 of My Hero Academia, you have this little side note from Horikoshi Sensei, the author of My Hero Academia, and he talks about Overhaul. And it literally talks about the scene that people are calling Overhaul transphobic for. And I want to read the panel here. You probably can't see it because of just how small it is for you guys. I'll try to put it on the screen for you guys can see it along with me. But basically, what Overhaul says from the official translation, and he's talking to Shigaraki to give some context. He is talking to Shigaraki for you manga readers that have forgotten, or anime onlys that don't care to be spoiled. He starts to say, "So sorry about the business with Magne. I really didn't want to kill him. Any grudges you're holding are understandable, but in spirit of cooperation, I'd like you two to help out with our grand plan. Now, obviously, there's a quick panel that's kind of cut off after this, and basically twice corrects Overhaul, saying, it's not him, it's a she. Twice himself corrects Overhaul after that point, okay? That's what he says. And you gotta look at it from the perspective of Overhaul, okay? Overhaul has no idea that Magne was going by a female, like, you know, being called Big Sis. He had no idea, but on top of that, it was the only time that Overhaul ever said him instead of she, etc. It was the only time he really ever mentioned Magne. But to go further with the point, though, that Overhaul wasn't trying to disrespect Magne in any way, this is where it's, like, gets into the quirk of Overhaul. With his quirk, he could easily heal the scar Magne gave him, but the young boss made a conscious decision not to. By keeping it, it serves as a wordless, threatening reminder that both sides have been wronged. Overhaul's a nasty guy. So basically, Overhaul, he keeps a scar that Magne left on him, which means that in his own way, he is showing respect to the death of Magne. And, like I said, he could easily fix it, because his quirk allows him to literally repair anything, like reconstruct, deconstruct, etc. So, that's the big thing here, is that people that are complaining and saying Overhaul is transphobic, once again, you're not a fan of the series, get out of the fandom, stop watching the series, because you just want to find a problem. You're just wanting to find a problem with the series where you could just rant about it. Like, just get out. Like, stop. It's seriously, at this point, it's getting obnoxious. You have people complaining about Kimetsu no Yaiba, you have people complaining about this, you know, it's about the outfits of, you know, Horikoshi's characters, etc. Just leave. Like, if you're this offended by something that if you just look barely into, you'll find out some context, you would get, you know, your actual, you know, answer. So, yeah. But anyways, the next one, we have, we have the situation with the tickling from Night Eye, Sir Night Eye. Now, basically, there's a lot of people, it's not as big as I think the whole situation with Overhaul is, but a lot of people are complaining that how he was basically tickle torturing his, you know, co-worker, Bubble Girl, is out of line, messed up, and just really disgusting, etc. You could probably think of the words people are saying. It just, I'm like, are you serious? It's a comedy. Okay, it's not to your taste. It's nothing too bad. This type of comedy in terms of tickling and stuff has been used so much, so often in writing, not just in anime and manga, but other things. And I'm just like, getting that upset for a comedy gag is just silly in my opinion. It's so freaking stupid. And they're wanting, you know, My Hero Academia to get censored because of it. And then you have the situation with Hado, which people are complaining that Hado's chest is way bigger than it was in the manga, and I'm like, really? Like, you're really complaining about something like this? Like, really? Like, we're really at this point right now? And it's like what people were doing with the Pokemon characters from Sword and Shield. You know how they were covering up the Pokemon characters, drawing outfits and stuff over, trying to censor them? I'm just like, let the artist do what they want. It's not your business to touch their creative work, what they get into. It's not your job. Just back up. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of get my thoughts out there. It's kind of just disgusting just to see how far people go to really try to ruin stuff for others, and I can't really consider these people that complain fans of My Hero, or honestly any series they complain. They're just wanting to stir the pot because they can. But okay, that's pretty much about it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed my content, you know, please subscribe. If you like this video, please leave a like. And if you want to get notified for whenever I upload a video, please click the bell icon down below. And with that, Chibi out.